Hello darts nuts. It's been quite a while since I last did a review. I broke my hand, so I haven't been able to play darts for some time. It's not fully healed yet, and I've still got problems with my knuckle, and releasing the dart is still quite painful, but it's good enough to start doing reviews again. So here we go. My first review for quite a long time. It's the new Unicorn Lumina DNA darts. This is the 21 gram version. They're called DNA because each dart has a different colour pattern. It's a PVD coated pattern. DNA titanium coating, it says on the box, each barrel unique. The darts retail for $54.99 and they come with the Unicorn case. Nice cases. Obviously you've got your darts and your set of flights. These are the new fin flights, and they have a ribbed effect on the flight. Now, as you can see, it's a new shape. It's kind of like a shield shape with the fins sticking up. I think these are 100 micron flight. It says Q-ribbed 100 micron fin flights, and the darts are fitted with the XL titanium stems. These are also coated with the DNA titanium coating. 100% titanium shafts as the little O-ring to hold it nice and tight on the barrel, and the points of the dart have got finger grip grooves in, so it helps if you like to rest your finger on the barrel. You've got a little bit of extra control. Now, when I first seen a picture of these, I thought they looked quite long, but they're actually quite a short dart. They're only about 42mm in length. I'll measure them later. A great looking colour on them. There's quite a lot of darts now that have like these rainbow effects, but I suppose it's a love or hate thing. Some people like it and some people don't, but I think it looks kind of smart. It gives each dart a unique look. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's quite a multitude of colours that come through. It's like yellowy, goldy colours, purples and greens, a little hint of blue. But we'll have a look in detail of the barrels. Right, here's a quick close look at the Lumina DNA darts. As you can see, it's got the grooves for the finger grip points. The barrel itself is made up of this shark grip. It's really a very grippy dart. There's a lot of grip there, so you shouldn't have any problems with controlling the dart. The only really smooth part is this little bit at the front, and then just the little bit there where it's got the Unicorn Lumina name etched on. There's a slight front taper with a few shark tooth grips, and then the bulk of the barrel is this shark grip with a little smooth part at the end. I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of a little bit thicker around this middle part. It's quite an interesting shape to the barrel, and you can see the colours from the DNA titanium coating. They kind of like change depending on the angle that you're looking at it. and then that coating is carried on into the titanium shaft. This one looks like a bluey purpley colour, a bit of green, and then you've got the Lumina DNA fin Q-ribbed flights. You should be able to see like the little texture on the flight. It's kind of like a wave pattern. It says it's supposed to help with the, I think it's the drag of the flight of the dart through the air. It says better flight stability, improved aerodynamic drag. They're quite an interesting shape. I'll be curious to see how they fly with these flights. It's quite tough to get them onto the titanium slots, like, because they're quite a thick flight. See if I can show you one that hasn't been opened. There, you should be able to see the effect of the pattern, the texture. Quite an interesting look and feel. Right, I'll put a detailed close-up now with all the measurements of the dart. Right, here's the detailed look at the Unicorn Lumina DNA 21 gram dart. It's got a 28mm point with finger grip grooves. There's a slanted nose with a few shark grip rings on it, and the nose is about 6.4mm long, and then there's a smooth little ring section with the Lumina name etched on. That's about 2.6mm wide, and the bulk of the barrel is made up of this very grippy shark tooth grip, and that's approximately 29.6mm long. And then you've got a smooth section towards the end of the barrel of about 4.3mm. The overall length of the barrel is 42.5mm, and the widest part is 7.2mm. Alright, that was the close look at the darts. Now I'm just going to weigh the barrels. They're 90% tungsten darts, so should be a good quality hard wearing barrel. Let's see how they compare. That says 20.85 grams. That's 20.84, so only 1/100th of a difference between them two. And that's 20.87, so there's only 2/100ths of a difference between the barrels, but they're nearly 2/10ths of a gram, just under 21 grams, but they're all pretty much well matched. The whole setup with the shaft and the flight is 23.26 grams. So when you see the picture of them, or when I seen the picture of them for the first time, I thought they were quite a long dart. I was surprised to find out they were under 45mm. It's 42.63mm. Now I'll just see if I can measure that bit where the text is. It's a bit awkward actually. It says about 6.9 and 7.12, so it's slightly thicker around this middle here. I should imagine the balance point is going to be around there somewhere, so we'll check that out. I'll just check the balance point of the barrel itself. Yeah, it's just around about that. So I would say it's just a little bit front of center. So probably very slightly front weighted. Let's see what the balance is with the all setup, which is the important part. I should move it towards the back, or should be spot on the middle really. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty much centered with the full setup. But as the grip is pretty much all the way along the barrel, you've got grip points anywhere really, unless you really like to grip it on the rear of the barrel, but I don't know many people who'd grip it there. Feels nice and comfy to hold, even though that the shark grip is quite aggressive. I usually find aggressively gripped darts tend to be more awkward for me, because I don't really have any issues with my grips, so I tend to use darts that are less aggressively gripped than this, but it fits nice and snug in the fingers. Reminds me a little bit of the length of the John Law barrels that I have, but they're a little bit wider. So that's your look at the Lumina DNA darts by Unicorn. You'll also be able to win these darts, because we'll be giving them away in a prize draw for the forum. It'll be the forum's first birthday, and we're going to give these darts away as a prize. So that's the look at the darts. Now let's give them a throw and see how they go. Right then, I'm just going to have a few throws with these Unicorn Lumina DNA 21 gram darts. First impression that I get is that the flight of the dart is nice and smooth. Usually when I throw a dart for the first time there's a little bit of wobble until I get used to the dart, but these are flying smooth through the air. Could be to do with these thin flights. They might be stabilising the dart like it says on the box. One other thing I've noticed is the points of these flights don't have hair when you smack your face with them, which I do quite often. Oh, even though these are an aggressive shark grip, I'm not being put off by it. Usually I find it quite off-putting, because they're a really grippy dart, but I don't know if that has something to do with my hand injury. Maybe I'm not gripping the dart like I normally do. I keep smacking my face, well, my top of my lip with the points of these. It doesn't have it. I'm gripping the dart just above where the Lumina name is etched on the barrel, just around there. It feels just about right for me there. Seems to be balanced in my fingers nicely. I think these flights are what's helping the dart to stabilise through the air. Like, I'll be interested to see what happens when I try some standard flights. See if the darts fly the same. So well, that's enough. I can't play too long because my hand hurts, and also I don't want to ruin the darts because we're going to use them as a prize in our birthday prize draw competition. But I'm quite pleasantly surprised by these darts. They fly a lot better than I was expecting, and whether that is down to these new flights or whether it's the whole setup of the dart, it's hard to say. And also, if you like a grippy dart, then this has got plenty of grip, and it wasn't off-putting like I was expecting it to be, but I don't know if that's because I've lost a lot of strength in my hands, so I may not be gripping it like I normally would. But there you go, it's a very nice dart, the Unicorn Lumina DNA 21g darts. That's the end of the review. Thanks for watching.